Today we're going to talk about 5 tips for trading success. Stay tuned, traders. We'll be right back. G'day traders, I'm Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading, and today we're going to talk about 5 tips for trading success. These are things that I've learned and I continue to learn, and I think that if you're new to trading, these are 5 things that can potentially help you maybe minimize the landmines and the potholes that you have to navigate on your trading journey. It doesn't matter really who you are. I'm sure if you've been trading long enough, and if you're just new to trading, there's a lot of hidden landmines in terms of emotional behavior, what you're going to learn technically on the markets, how you're going to react and behave under duress or under short-term situations. But there's a lot of little things that as your journey continues, you'll find that the market is constantly teaching us new things. And today I'm going to go over 5 trading tips that I think are helpful, that have really helped me to I think simplify things and remove some of the obstacles out of my own head, and also help to clarify and simplify my approach to the markets. So number 1, biggest thing I think that I could tell somebody, especially as a retail trader, one of the things that retail traders tend to do most of the time is we tend to have small trading accounts. And one of the big challenges, or one of the big things we bring to the markets, is we try to take a small trading account and turn it into a big trading account, or make a lot of money from a small trading account right off the bat. So the first thing that I've learned and that I would recommend to people is to forget about the money. Forget about the money. Now the reason why that is, some of you out there may be saying, well, hold on a second, that's why I came to trading, is to make a lot of money. Well, you know, if the old saying is that if you want to make $1 million in the market, start with 2. So you'll have $1 million left over in no time. But forget about the money. The biggest thing that I've learned is to put the money aside, and you've heard me talk about this in other videos about using micro lots to master the trading process, to master your edge. I love what Mike Bellafiore talks about in One Good Trade. It's constantly pushing the boundaries, pushing size, pushing your skills, focusing on your best trade setups, and just forgetting about the money and learning to master your craft. And if you do that, you're going to be amazed that, you know, often we tend to focus on the money. So we get out of winning trades too soon, we hold on to losers too long, we average into losing trades, we revenge trade, we anger trade, we do all kinds of crazy things that are completely inversely proportional to what we're trying to produce in the markets. So it's really important that you forget about the money. Number 2, this was probably my biggest epiphany when this happened, and I learned one day just listening to Peter Brandt. This may sound ridiculous, but one of the most important things that I now just has clarified so many things is to focus on risk management. Now, there's those of you out there again who would say, oh, well, yeah, that's pretty obvious. But here's the thing. Statistics show that most retail traders, 95% of traders fail. We know that. We've heard those statistics. But a lot of the statistics also show that a lot of retail traders have a winning or a profitable strategy, but they don't trade it correctly. They don't manage their risk. They take too much risk on. They over leverage. They move their stops. They average into losing trades. They do all kinds of crazy things that when they take small winners, but then they'll blow up an account on 1, 2, or 3 different trades. You know, they'll be risking 10, 15, 20% on a trade in order to try and make big money from a small trading account. Again, going back to number 1, forget about the money. Number 2, focus on risk management. So, we'll talk about some different ways to possibly accelerate your profits with a small trading account, but number 1, you need to focus on the risk management. So we talk about this in other videos, trying to identify or your trading methodology so that you can predefine your risk. So your position sizing, your leveraging is all based on that maximum stop loss point, but also having an asymmetrical risk reward. And again, number 3, this is one of my things. I was looking at all different types of trading methods. Now I've narrowed that down to about four main trading strategies that I look to employ. So that's focus on one method. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, what I would suggest in the beginning is to pick one or two strategies and master them. You know, if you're following the currencies, maybe just follow 4 pairs and look for those 1 or 2 trade setups, whether they're on daytime intraday strategies or if they're end of day. You know, however you're trading on hourly, it doesn't matter. But look to focus on master one trading method. So, you know, one of the trading strategies that I like to use is on the end of day, and that's one of the main systems. That's all that I look for. There's a couple of setups that will show up consistently over the basket of currencies. You know, I don't always get them, but I'm looking to master those couple of setups because I know that they show up a couple of times a month on almost every currency pair. So number 4, sticking to one method, or if it's, you know, with number 3, just to sort of clarify, what's important about that is that you can trade different strategies, but look to master them one at a time. So once you've got that down and you can employ that across, you know, different instruments, then you can go and test your next strategy to master that as well. And number 4, learning to trust yourself. Okay, so what does that mean? What that means is you need to develop the skills and the confidence through your own back testing, through your own system testing, through forward testing, trading live. You need to master that process. I talk about this in my 7-step daily routine for high performance traders. If you haven't done so, go to my blog. It's an audio file. You can listen to it wherever you go. But it's critical that you spend some time every day or every couple of days accelerating your learning, developing the discipline and the confidence. And you need to do that through back testing and forward testing in the live markets. But you have to simulate real life conditions. So one of the methods that I use is end of day. It's really straightforward. I can go bar by bar and run through 10 or 15 trades every day, strictly without just price, based on the couple of setups that I look for with that. But what's critical is I need to be able to keep it really simple and be able to duplicate and reproduce that. So when I do my back testing, there's nothing else on the chart. I look for a couple of simple parameters, and that simulates real life conditions for me, because when New York rolls over for me in Perth, when I'm up in the morning, I need to be able to get on the charts, look at the closing price, and be able to make a decision as to whether or not there's a trade trigger there for me, and if so, if I can predefine my risk, and if it has asymmetrical risk reward, meaning a range that it can expand to. So that's a great simple method for me to backtest. So you need to be able to learn to trust yourself. Quit, you know, jumping around and looking at different stuff every day and going to news feeds looking for tips, looking for trade signals. All that stuff is great. I get the occasional email asking me to do a live trade. Now my end of day trading setups, there's a couple of things there. I can't make trade recommendations. That's not my role here. But what I can do is give you some simple basic methods that you can employ to develop the skills yourself. At some point, you need to be making the decisions as to whether or not you're going to place orders in the market, where your stops are going to be, how much you're going to risk, and at what point you're going to move your stops or take profits. Those are only things that you can develop and master those skills yourself. That's critical. And number 5, plan on being in it for the long term. So my recommendations with this is, if you're serious about trading, treat it like a business. So number 5, if you're going to be a trader, or if you're trading already, you know, are you keeping records of your trades? Are you journaling your trades? Are you building a playbook for your business? Do you keep accurate records, not just of your P&L, but of all your trades in general? You know, are you controlling your risk? Number 2, in order to ensure your long-term success or your long-term staying power in the markets, you're going to need to create some parameters that will allow you to continuously improve. You're going to be able to take losses that aren't going to damage your trading account, so you need to make decisions on your exposure. So number one, don't focus on the money. So if you're still mastering that process, use micro lots. And as your trading grows and gets better, increase your leverage accordingly, but don't have any one particular trade be a detriment to your trading account. Number three, focus on one method. Master that process, manage your risk. Don't focus on the money. Focus on the execution, like Mark Douglas says, the flawless execution of your trading system. That's what will allow you to start to develop the discipline and the confidence that will outweigh the emotional potholes that you're going to go through in a roller coaster ride. If you've got too much leverage on a trade and you take a beating, you're going to be afraid to take the next trade, and you're going to miss trades, you're going to want to chase trades, you're going to do all those things. So it's really critical. Focus on one method. Learn to trust yourself, and the only way you're going to do that is through trading. And you need to focus on your trading process and managing your risk. You're going to make mistakes. Journal that. What did you do well? What could you have done better? Have you built your playbook? All these things that a real business would do. If you're just getting on the screen every day and calling that screen time, and then thinking that, well, I've been trading for 5 years, I should be good, I've spent a lot of time on the screen. But unless you're doing something on a daily basis to force yourself to constantly improve, you're probably going to keep going in the same circle over and over again, unless you blow up your trading account first. So treat your trading as a business. Plan on being in it for the long term. Be patient. Grow that account through your own accomplishment. Build confidence through accomplishment, and do it in baby steps. At some point, that momentum will kick in, and those baby steps will start to grow to a level where you're trading a decent size account. And from there, you can just execute and do the same skills and processes over and over again, because it's scalable. So 5 tips that I have learned the hard way. I focus on these constantly. My recommendation to you is to look at how that will apply to your own trading, and if it helps you improve and helps you get better, then we're both moving in the right direction. So hopefully you got some value out of today's video, traders. Keep getting better, focus on constant progress, and may the markets go with you.
Hi traders, it's Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. If you haven't done so, please head over to my website at staceyburketrading.com. I create updates on almost a daily basis, and I would love for you to receive them. Just click on the blog. If you want to enter your name and your email address, I'll send you my free audio program, the 7-Step Daily Routine for High Performance Traders. This is essential knowledge for all traders in all markets, and this is for helping traders to master the market with discipline, confidence, and a winning mindset. I appreciate all your feedback and comments. As always, traders, stay disciplined, and may the markets go with you.